let's talk about an interesting evolutionary feature of fruit flies. So, fruit flies are known for being these annoying little pests that spawn out of nowhere in your fruit. And that is somewhat the case, actually. The female fruit flies lay their eggs in spoiled or damaged fruit, and then they hatch into larvae and hatch into adult flies. The fruit flies will then eat the yeast and other fermenting material on the spoiling fruits. Now, spoiling fruits do sometimes produce ethanol, better known as alcohol. Now, fruit flies are pretty resistant to alcohol poisonings and toxicity and all that, which is why they're able to live on these fermenting fruits. However, if there's too much of an alcohol content, then it is bad for the developing fruit flies. So typically the female fruit flies will try to lay their eggs on substances with a relatively low ethanol content as to not harm the larva and to make healthy adult fruit flies. Because again, while fruit flies are resistant to ethanol's toxicity, they are not fully immune. However, there are some cases in which the female fruit flies will intentionally seek out fruit and rotting tissue that has a very, very high ethanol content. And that is when there are parasitoids present. Parasitoid wasps are these little wasps that lay their eggs in usually the larva of other species, in this case being specifically fruit flies. The mother wasp will sting the fruit fly larva, lay her eggs, and then when the wasp larva hatches inside the fly larva, it will eat the flies from the inside out. Wonderful, lovely, isn't nature beautiful? But fruit flies have a way of getting around this. If the mother fruit fly is aware of parasitoids in the area, if she sees them, if she catches their pheromones, anything like that, if she is aware of their presence, she will intentionally search out nesting sites, so again, the rotting food, that have a very high ethanol content. This is because the fruit fly larvae are a hell of a lot more resistant to ethanol than the parasitoid larva. So by laying her eggs on the high ethanol content, the female fruit fly ensures that her larva will have a better chance of survival if they get stung and infected by a parasitoid. Because while the alcohol may have some effect on the fruit fly larva, it will have an even larger effect on the parasitoid larva, and the parasitoid will not survive while the fruit fly will. So even if the fruit fly larva is a little bit smaller, a little bit weaker, it will be alive due to the alcohol. And the parasitoid larva that would have infected the fruit fly and eaten it from the inside out would no longer survive, again due to the ethanol toxicity.